driver has a number item as well.
Mr. Betteroff.
Thank you, Judge.
Honestly, go fuck yourself, sir. You don't say that, okay? You don't lose a trial where a jury acquits someone and finds overwhelmingly not guilty and say, I gave my sincere obligation to look into this, and I'm telling you all I saw when she's guilty. Again, respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Swear again like that. That was, no, I mean, whatever. That was, I shouldn't have done that.
A few moments later.
You, as a prosecutor, have got to be out of your fucking mind.
Nose.
Dude, Jimmy, look at those ears.
The ears don't bother me as much.
No, I don't trust a man. I don't trust a man with a lobe like that. No,
really,
not a fucking chance.
The mouth is butthole to me.
Very thin, paper thin.
The nose.
Oh, the nose.
The brows.
Well, listen, I will tell you though, I kind of like a fucked up nose on a guy.
I like a big old honker. I like a big nose.
Big old nose. Give me that beak, bitch. You know?
Yeah,
like, I'm into it.
Come over here, cluck cluck.
Yeah.
I see some chickens that went moving all up in my biz, cluck cluck. Running, you gotta be with the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, kids.
And I go, oop, clutch, clench, Kegel. We did it all. And I go, oh, and what happened? And they go, well, we just got 4,000 plus pages, bitch. And I said, stop it. Show me it. Take me to Unimpound Town immediately, if not sooner. So what happens?
The bitch is here.
Why are you at a football game? Are you a Fonz correspondent?
Well, no, because it's only for men over 30. Okay? Have a great night, boys. Fuck off.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Hey, Blues Clues, motherfucker.
Good morning, lovies. Bow, 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 bow now. It is 7 o'clock on your Monday morning, December 15th, 2025. And welcome on into Magic Monday freezing ass morning with your girl, Nurse Cam. Hi, my best friends from out of town. How you doing? Where you been? Are you wondering, hey, you silly bitch, where have you been? Yeah. Was I hiding? No. Am I potentially battling the beginnings of my annual upper respiratory infection? Sure am. I'm knee deep in OTC meds. And I just took a Theraflu, tasted like lemon tea and a bag of dicks. But I put it down, okay, for you. The voice is coming to. I have a postnasal drip that is really, making me question my religion. Potentially, if I need to go to an ears, nose, throat specialist. I have an ear popping as well, but this too shall pass, right? Okay. Oh, and Ann F knows that Theraflu is gross, just despicable. Okay. What kind of packaging? Also, I'm a little bit of a needs to be brand name. I can't do like the CVS or a Walgreens version. It has to be the actual Theraflu. For what? I don't know. Do I believe the ingredients are more active? Yes. These are things that I need to look internally on. And Kersey Nursey M says, 'tis the season. Babe. Who else gets an annual chest cold? Just me? Was it the Marlboro Lights? What happened? Where do we get this from? Oh, I've got a Canton shirt on. Guess who gave me this? Guess who gave me these Canton Bulldogs? His name is Jimberly. Your Aunt Deborah gave me that shirt. And then I bought a little parka a while back. Look at it. Ready? It's a duster. Okay. No. Son of a bitch. Babes, I'm sorry. What an asshat. All right, sorry about that. Jesus. See, this is why I can't hold it. Fuck. All right. What I was saying was, I love you. 'Tis the season. It is the season for upper respiratory infections, possibly brought to me by what? Marlboro Lights. So there's all that. Then we're going to just talk some shit in a classy way. We're going to put all of our manifestation into this week, a positive week. I'm sorry. Is anybody else sick of the merry-go-round? Because my head has been spinning. I'm spinning on the rings of Saturn, babes, and I'm not looking forward to it. Ew. Every time I click on something, I open the twat, I open a stream, I see whatever, and I'm like, oh, we're still. Let's continue to ping pong. How about no? Okay, I'm jumping off the fucking ride. Just saying. So, jump off with me. Let's manifest destiny. Are we absolutely going to have a 2026 that some people could only fucking dream of? If you wake up in the morning not feeling like P. Diddy, but if you wake up in the morning and you can get out of bed and you have, your children are well and healthy, and you have, even if a chest cold, general health, I'm going to ask you to count your fucking blessings, because I'm going to. And I'm going to say, hey, Kim, hey, are you going to keep dwelling on negativity, or are you going to be a positive queen? I choose to do the latter. For me, for you, for anyone. And I would encourage maybe all of us to try and see the bigger picture, because there are people that didn't wake up today. And there are people that lost loved ones this year, and that maybe looked to us, or not just to us, but to anyone else for comfort, maybe for some enlightening, conversations, maybe a silly little bitch who grabs her pearls. God only knows. But what you feed grows. And I think it's important that we take a moment and just realize that. And I'm not going to be putting out into the ether or the internet or the World Wide Web or my actual real life that, sidebar, things happen in people's real lives too that maybe they don't talk about. So when you think that you know everything that goes on with people, there are a lot of things going on behind the scenes that have nothing to do with a free Karen Reed movement or to free Turtle Boy, but like that you're dealing with in your own life. Right? And we're allowed to go through those things, have some grace for one another. And that's who I want to be. And thank you for being here with me. If you want to be that too. At 707, make a wish. That's not a thing. But before we start, let us do this. This was a random ass monologue. Let's dance. Because why? Chest colds are the dragons in our lungs. And to get them out, let's get a little blood pumping. Thank you to Toy at Radhouse Media for this banger.
Clutch, clench, Kegel. Here we go. Scalpel so sharp when I step on the scene. Facts on deck, my cut so clean. Dear little sweet, baby Jesus, grab that spleen. I clock your vitals while you spill that tea. Truth got pulse, you flatlined on me. I scrub and clean while y'all talk cheap. I chart receipts, no gossip sheets. Next patient, please, I don't treat deceit. Clutch those pearls, bitch, breathe. This is Nurse Kim's creed. Facts stay raw, I don't plead. Mic in my hand like Ivy's feet. Going for pressure, that's the Boston way. I bleed no cap, truth in my veins. Runs facts all day. Talk your shit, but mind your speed. Cause clutch is part of the creed. Talk your shit, I sterilize scenes. Burn through lies like I'm autoclave steam. Mask on tight, can't breathe my air. Pressure so thick, it'll cold you there. Vitals jump when I walk in clean. Truth gets served while you spill that tea. Calm as a cut, no shakes, no plea. I'll make the facts bleed, pretty for free. Clutch those pearls, bitch, breathe. This is Nurse Kim's creed. Facts stay raw, I don't plead. Mic in my hand like IVC. Going for pressure, that's the Boston way. I bleed no cap, truth in my veins. Runs facts all day. Talk your shit, but mind your speed. Cause clutch is part of creed. Oh, you still with me, lovies? Don't chase clout, chase context. Oh dear sweet baby Jesus, half these takes need triage. Read this chart back, word for word. Every line I spit is a fact confirmed. Perception versus projection, same disease. Only truth gets sanitized by me. Blues Clues, motherfuckers is Debbie. Clutch those pearls, bitch, breathe. This is Nurse Kim's creed.
Hello. Love it. Love it. All right. And lovies, what else did I have to do? What are we doing? Okay. I'm going to remove. I also had to put on 2 Kiss press-on nails. Brought to you by non-sponsored Kiss press-on nails. Touch the magic. Tip the magic. Also, if you do want to get these, I always get the Impress. Watch me. You see this? Impress. The no glue. Well, it says no glue man. That can't be right. Manny. The no glue Manny. All right. That's me. But then what do? I glue it. So then I get this old bitch and I call her and I say, hey, Gina, do you got that maximum speed glue? And then I add that and then they stay on for 2 weeks. You're welcome. Tip to the stars. Tip to the tips. Tip to tip. Are we having a sword fight? God only knows. But there is a way in which you can have a manicure for $10 and live your truth. And then they don't even look bad. You're like, hey, who is she? We don't know. Who is she? Okay. So, okay. Have you tried the Impress toenails for summer? Amazing. Day 4089. Shut your mouth. Someone's hitting me with a toenail. Oh. Okay. No, I haven't tried it. Shall I? I don't know. I still go to get a pedi because this is very interesting to me that they have them for your toenails. But listen, I'll try anything once, right? Don't tempt me with a good time. Do they have little French ones? Could you do like a little baby French Manny? A French pedi? My gosh, should we do that together? Should we do? Is that like, I don't even, maybe we could put it behind a paywall, you slut. Okay. Lauren says, I have too much ADHD to get my nails done. Oh yeah, absolutely. But when you're sitting and you're getting a pedi, babe, right? Then you can do all the things. You're on your phone. You're feeling luxurious. When somebody asks me if I want an upgrade, like since when? Yeah, I do. Hit me with a deluxe. What are you scrubbing? I don't even know. Scrub it. Put a citrus scrub. You gonna put a warm towel around those good old cankles? Yeah, babe, hit it. Okay, she's on her feet. She's walking. She's a walker. So yeah, I'll take it. I want every upcharge possible. Non-negotiable. And says you get the pedi with the fish biting your feet. I did one time. Stop it, blind spot, RVA. I did. I went up to Salem. Was it Salem, New Hampshire? Okay, it was me, my best friend, one of my best friends, Lori. And we went up and listen, somebody was talking and they talked a good game. We had just gone to a salt cave somehow. We were in a salt cave, and then we were like, Jesus, take the wheel, and we've got to get our toes done. So we go, and they were like, oh, listen, this is going to help you. There's going to be these tiny little minnows, and they're going to like nibble on you. And I was like, no, they won't. That is atrocious. Got to say, I didn't hate it. Never went back, but I didn't hate it. Okay. I think I had like a Catholic guilt for the goldfish or the minnow fish. I was like, oh, you all right? And they were like, oh no, they love it. They love it. Do they? It's non-consensual. They didn't tell me that they loved it. So to the fish who've come before us, we love you. And Tiff, yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. They put your feet right in this little, like right in a regular basin, right? And then somehow there are just these tiny little minnows, and they come over and they're thinking it's a delicatessen. They think you're looking like cold cuts to them. And they're like, yeah, it's an antipasto platter, and they're ready for seconds. We've gone real off the rails right here, and I apologize. Let's bring us right back. Oh, yay. Oh, hi, synonym buns. And, oh, look at this. Like standing in a creek in Arkansas, all the little fish come by and bite your feet. So maybe it is nature versus nurture. I'm not in Arkansas. So this is giving me zoo creature activity. Oh, speaking of zoo creatures, guys, this will make us happy. Let's be happy today. Where's Jimberly? Hello. Oh, right. I'm going to play a little clipsy clip of Jimberly and I talking about penguins, because we did a stream last year, and hilarious. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Jimmy is everything. And then, Flip did a funny one too. Gosh, we've had some funnies lately. Here it is. Play it. Find that. Okay. Now StreamYard, please. We're going to share this instead. Share this tabby, because I'm a tabby cat. Ready? Can you see me? We're going to add it. Look at this. I think this was maybe November, maybe a year ago. Thank you, Jimmy, for my Canton shirt too, by the buying it today. Love you.
Doesn't like get me going.
One time I went to a penguins retreat. It was the most beautiful thing that I ever saw. When I were happy, they were dancing. They were making sounds of, I think, mating. I also think they were falling. And they were so happy. So I think it depends on the zoo.
I just feel like you shouldn't take an animal out of its home.
But what if it's a scary place and the place is gone? So they die?
Place where they go and they save them, then that's different than like a zoo. And like seeking them out for like zoo reasons. Animals in captivity doesn't like get me going.
One time I went to a penguin. 10 out of 10, Jimberly. My bub. We'll get. Oh, look at that. Oh, don't stop there, Kimberly. We'll remove it. So yeah, we used to do our silly streams, and I hope that we do silly streams again and can just talk all of the stuff. We used to talk about like growing up and all of our religious trauma. Jimmy with the face cloth in the tub. I'll never get over it. Through him, with him, in the unity of the Holy Spirit. And then his sister said, forever and ever. Face cloth on his face, left him in the tub for 37 minutes. His mother, Lynn, comes in and she goes, what are you doing? He's shivering. And she's like, Mommy, forever and ever. Oh, my Lord. So, good times had by all. Yes, we do. It is my favorite is when we stream. I laugh so hard. And that is the good place. That is the who is she? That is the the off the cuff stuff that just is fun and uplifting and makes your spirit feel like happy and light and good versus some dark fucking magic. Are we in the dark arts lately, lovies? Do I feel like there is like someone has a ring somewhere, okay? Is this who's Frodo? Am I Frodo? I don't want to be Frodo. But who's the elves? I feel like maybe this is it. Are we Lord of the Rings? Because something has powerful energy in not a positive way. I'll say that right now. I said it. You heard it here first. Breaking fucking news. We're in we're in the Lord of the Rings series somehow. Okay. So let us start with this just for us to, it's not a start because we've been here forever, but let's say that I found a morning prayer for us this morning because again, we're doing positivity, good energy, good vibrations only. So morning prayer for December 15th, 2025. Heavenly Father, we come before you with grateful hearts as a new day begins. Thank you for the gift of life, for the breath in our lungs, and for the opportunity to rise once more under your grace and mercy. We ask for your safety and protection today. Cover us with your mighty hand as we go out and as we come in. Guard our steps, our minds, and our hearts from harm, danger, and evil. Your angels watch over us and keep us secure in every place we go. Bless us, O Lord, in the work of our hands. Doors open of opportunity that align with your will. Grant us wisdom and recognize these opportunities and courage to walk through them with faith and humility. We pray for health and strength, renew our bodies, refresh our minds, and restore our spirits. When we feel weary, be our source of strength. When we feel weak, remind us that your power is made perfect in our weakness. Fill our hearts with peace that surpasses all understanding. Calm every anxious thought and replace our worries with trust in you. Let your peace guide our decisions and rule in our hearts throughout the day. Forgive us, Lord, for our shortcomings, our mistakes, and the time we have fallen short of your will. Cleanse our hearts and help us forgive others as you have forgiven us. We surrender this day to you, trusting that you will lead us, sustain us, and bless us. May everything we do bring honor and glory in your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. In the name of the Father and of the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Tiny Mary, Tiny Jesus, and as Ray from Dallas would say, Tiny Kimmy are in the room, not the boom today. And I think it just brings us from that note, lovies, to like the overarching kind of messaging or an overarching theme that we learn as adults. And as adults, we have accountability for our own actions. We are not, unfortunately, we cannot control others. We cannot make others do what we think they should. You can be a friend to somebody and you can say, hey, I wish that maybe this could happen. Or you could give advice. And it's easy to give advice to people and it's hard to take it sometimes, or in my experience. But as an adult, I know that I am accountable and responsible for me. And when I fuck up, and that is important to like say it. Because I fear that sometimes we don't have that humility or that humbleness in us that says, hey, listen, no matter what you thought at the time, like if you made a mistake, you made a mistake. If you messed up, you messed up. If you hurt somebody, you hurt somebody. And then you try to not do it again. Right? And if you see maybe a pattern emerging in certain places, people, places, or things that you're like, Ooh, this pattern is repeating. I'm seeing this pattern repeat, and I don't want it to. Then you need to make changes. And I think that not today, because today is a stream of like positive origin and positive vibes, but I'm going to have a talk with you guys, and I'm going to talk about my stuff, and I'm going to talk about where I can be accountable and where I have to, tell you that I apologize for my mistakes and where I was coming from at the time. And it doesn't matter, because at the time, if you go low, sometimes I would go to hell, because that's the type of person I am. Or if you fuck with my friends, I will go to hell, because I would fight for somebody else more than I would fight for myself. Doesn't make it right. So in a spirit of wanting better or being better, and in a spirit of telling the truth without needing to get ahead of things, or, thinking that it's a game. It's no game. I do this because I like this. I do this because I love talking to you. I do this because I believe in wanting to bring attention to corruption in places that I see it. I stand for what I believe in. And so do you. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And it's always been a bigger thing. This thing has always been bigger. Us, lovies, everyone has always been a bigger picture. And now I can't even fucking make out the picture anymore. Now I look, and it's like ashes. And it's sad. And that's okay, because things end. And you can love things from afar, and you can say, like, they're okay. Something new will come. Have faith that something different will form. And maybe it all had to burn. But I'm not going to be part of a problem. I only want to be part of a solution. I only want to stand with people who have the same ideas or the same goal as me. And when chaos is everywhere, and you're looking at something and you say, holy shit, what was behind door 3 that I fucking opened? Those are things that you need to look inward on. And I am. And I have. And trust you me, I've had some very loud conversations with people and told them exactly what the fuck I thought. And exactly where there is a letdown, and even even of myself. So let me be the first, if it must be, that I take accountability in the accountability corner of the World Wide Web, of I'm sorry for participating and perpetuating negativity. Ew. Shame on me. You're a grown-ass woman. You're a mother. You're a nurse. Ew. Shame on me for getting caught up in chaos. Shame on me for being loyal to a fault at times. For people that maybe wouldn't do it for you. So, you live, you learn. And then you say your prayers. And instead of maybe going to Sunday service yesterday, which Mr. Betterow I have spoken with, it was time to actually go to Sunday service. Go to church. Find Jesus. Because the devil, babe, has been working overtime. The devil has been Kris Jenner up in this fucking community. Got her 5 daughters. Just everyone's got a contract. Okay? But I'm looking for an archangel. Somebody help me here. So we will find Jesus. There it is. Beaverhausen, And Taper Jean girl, good on you, Kim. Yeah. Ooh, that is true. The devil is wreaking havoc. And it's absolutely right to go to IRL church. Oh. And Parksy, I love you too. I miss you, Parksy. I hope you're doing good, babe. And Peter Silva said, it's easy to get caught up in it. People look at it as soap opera when it's people's lives. It's sad. Yeah, babes. And the thing is like, it is people's lives and it's easy to have an opinion, but unless you've walked a fucking mile in anyone's shoes, then like you don't really know. And it's easier said than done to not have an opinion when online or the internet has made everyone think, including my damn self, that an opinion matters. Doesn't. Hey, guess what, Kim? No one gives a fuck. What do you think about this? Oh, we'd love your opinion on it. No, we wouldn't. And like, it's more than just, Karen and more than Aiden. It's our real lives too. Because when there are teams formed and when there are people that are willing to work against you at all costs and people that think like maybe have a little bit of incorrect thoughts in their brain, then they start going for your real life, including like your job, the nursing board. And, I didn't mind when that would come from the anti-Karen Reed community because they're idiots. And they were being like idiots. And they would say, oh, she thinks Karen's innocent. So we're reporting her. She doesn't have clinical judgment. Like that's not unfounded. But now when you're getting reports to your employer or to the nursing board from people who like actually know IRL, and they think it's fucking normal, and you want to affect me or my kids? Time out. Time the fuck out. Because I'm not doing it. And like, look at that. If you're willing to do that to people who have actual careers, like, I know a lot of people are able to do YouTube and it sustains them and they're able to do this as their career. Not I. Not independently wealthy, babes. I work full time as a nurse still. I always will. Like, and then it escalates and escalates. And if you have nothing to lose and no one can fuck with you, more power to you. But I am accountable to people. I'm accountable to my job, my company. I'm accountable to the Board of Nursing in Massachusetts. I'm accountable to my children. I'm accountable. And so I don't have the ability to deal in this bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? And I won't. So if I tap out, it's because like the boundaries or like the fucking unbelievable habitual line stepping that occurs is not okay. And like, and for anybody, I say that for anybody, don't call anybody's work, unless there was like something that you were fearing for the safety of somebody else. then okay, call in a wellness check. But other than that, how nasty, how dirty. What does that do for you? What does that do for your soul? For your spirit, for for anything inside of you? You know? Oh, Kelly. I have thanks, babe. I know you do. You're the best. Yeah. No. I'm going IRL is so gross. Yeah, it's just like, you can dox me, you can do whatever you want, but like just the reporting to jobs is a little, ugh, like that's where, and like I said, you didn't mind if it was during trials because you were like, these are people that just firmly and fundamentally have a very different opinion than you, and it's still not right. But when there's people that like you in theory or allegedly were on the same team as, and you know them, and you're like, bitch, what? Why would you think that that's okay? You wouldn't want it done to you. Do unto others. Like, it just, there has like passed a point where I feel as though I used to have so much fun. I had so much fun. And it doesn't feel fun. It feels like a darkness. And that is why we're going to sage this bitch. And at least if you come to my house, we're not in the dark arts. Okay? We're in the light. We're working in light practice. Okay? Am I a witch? No. Shall we call Teresa Caputo from the Long Island Medium? Yeah. Let's call her. Let's see what she's doing. Let's see if she's able to pull a couple of fucking tarot cards. Don't give me the tower, whatever you do, because I've had one for the last fucking 6 years. And just give me the Wheel of Fortune, or can I get the World or the Sun? Can I get something that is kind? Actually, funny story. I got this yesterday, which like comes to me in the best way. Cheech, I'm reading. Well, sorry, Cheech, I'm telling that I'm reading. But Cheech says the best shit. And she was like, it's like a general. It's like how it comes. But it says, slithering snakes that breed amongst each other will bear no weight on the soul that is less to be forgotten. Shedding the skin of the unforeseen isn't a test, but a need to grow beyond the captive prey they think they have. Slither your way past the cast of forbidden fruit and sink your teeth into the flowers of Eden. The wind will carry your naked, raw, and vulnerable self to the greater pastures of what once was. Sit in the sunlight and observe being alone in the space of the unknown, as it is not fear. It is divine peace. Fear means face everything and rise, or face everything and run. No need to run toward anything, as the firehouse energy you will carry in 2026. You are the wizard of your own abundance with nobody's assistance but your own. Be brave, as it is time to let go of the illusion of what was, as it's all coming to a head, and it needs to, in order for the light to shine in on the shedding of oneself. Be the fucking alchemist you once were a lifetime ago. I'm the alchemist, bitch. Yeah. Fucking let it go. Stop running into burning buildings to save others. Save yourself. Put the mask on yourself. I'll save every animal. I'll save every child. But if you're a grown-ass adult setting fucking your house aflame, it's not my house. I'm staying the fuck out. Are you picking up that metaphor? Crispy Treat says you can't set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Yep. But would we? There's a certain segment of us that would. And it's like this and maybe I'll do better because I'm coming into the 40th year on this earth. Okay. I am going to be 40 next month on a Monday. And it is like going to be a good thing. I made a lot of changes. I'm going through a lot of shit right now, guys. Okay. I have she's changing. And it's all going to be okay. But certain things needed to happen because if you only take care of others and you pour from your cup for so long and you don't get anything in return, like it's going to stay that way forever. If you don't do something, nothing changes if nothing changes. And by nature, some of us would be like, well, oh, do you really need to be happy? You don't need to be happy. What's happiness? Life sucks. Like, like you can try to make other people happy, but like you don't need to be happy. Shut the fuck up. Wake up, bitch. Are you having a fever dream? You do deserve to be happy. You deserve to show your kids, like show your daughters what happy, all the things. And you're a happy person, don't get me wrong. Like, right, we're all like, we can fake it till we make it. But you don't have to stay in situations that no longer serve you. And maybe if you're honest with yourself, they hadn't for a long time. So that's all I'm saying. Oh, Carolyn says, step 1, get off X. Agreed. Shall I? I don't know. Do we do maybe will she do a deactivation? Can we do that? I think there's like a minimal button that you can just deactivate for a hot minute, right? Like for a month or something. That'd be nice. I've been less online, but see, here's the thing, Carolyn, I love you. It doesn't work, babe. You sit there and you go, oh, is it working? Oh, is it working? She's a dumb bitch. I'm not even talking to anybody. I'm just seeing everybody hate me, which is fine. But like, then you talk back. You let it go. You say, fuck everyone. I'm not saying anything. And then they attack you. Then you speak up and you go, that's not actually the truth. Sorry, Ellen. That's not actually the truth. And then you get pummeled again. So maybe it is a full cleanse. Oh, maybe we'll do a 60-day or a dry January of X. I'll do it. Why let Glare mod? Billy, why let Glare mod just to talk shit to all the people that support you? Babe? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now. But Will, are you talking shit? I support Will. I know you. So if you support me, that's great. And I appreciate you. I just don't think that he's talking shit. Unless he is. I can't see. I'm blind. You know this. Let me put a fucking Blu-ray glass on. But yeah, I don't think he's trying to talk shit to you. Will, be nice. Love your face. Thank you. Here it is. A Sleepless Sleuth says, mute the mofos, don't engage. Then get blamed more. Best is not seeing any of it, in my opinion. You're right. Probably, Sleepless Sleuth. I don't know who made up the rule that we can't block people. Who made up the rule that like you're a pussy if you block people on X? Because I don't block anyone except who's on my block list. Julie Carpenter. Good time, Jewel Carp. Who else did I block? I think that's it. Oh no, I didn't even block Gaffney. Can you imagine? I haven't even blocked Gaffney. God, maybe I should probably get off X if I haven't blocked him. Yeah, they're just, I don't do it because like let them talk, but muting everyone. I should probably mute everyone. All right, I will. Thank you. Jewel of the Carp. Oh God. What? Oh, and did you guys Son of a bitch. Son of a fucking mother shit. Guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, this is it. Listen, we're going to watch Anderson Cooper. I was talking about how in 2016, I almost had a nervous breakdown because I thought that the world was going to end. Like, I thought that the stock market was going to crash. There was going to be like a civil war. 2016 was a real weird year for me. Okay. And I was like, oh, right. It was a lot. And so I basically had figured afterwards, like, I can't watch a lot of political, like everything. I can't because I was so fucking worked up that I was like, this is not working emotionally for me. But I still like Anderson Cooper. You know why I like him? Because he's a silver fox. I like him with Andy Cohen on New Year's Eve. I do. I can't help it. And they're talking about Brian Walshe. So I want to know, do you think that Brian Walshe, that the verdict, as we're on Verdict Watch, will a verdict come in today? Yes or no? 1 or 2? 1, yes. 2, no verdict today. And then guilty or not guilty? Let me know. And let's play this little ditty. Look at that little fucking, I still think he's, I don't know, him, Bradle. I think I like old men. All right, keep it to yourself, Kim. Older men, not old.
Jury deliberations will resume on Monday in the trial of Brian Walshe. He's accused of murdering his wife, Anna, around New Year's Day in 2023, then dismembering her body, which was never found. Before trial, he pleaded guilty to illegally disposing of her body and misleading police, but the jury does not know that. He denies killing his wife and says he panicked when he found her dead body in their bed. Here's some of today's closing arguments.
The Commonwealth must prove to you beyond a reasonable doubt that a homicide occurred, that a killing occurred. Nothing proves that beyond a reasonable doubt on the facts and circumstances and the evidence given to you. There's evidence that he lied to the police. There's evidence that he searched the internet. There's evidence that he disposed of the body. But there is no proof in all of the evidence that you have heard and been presented that he ever once thought about harming the woman he loved.
Anna Walshe dying a sudden death from natural causes defies common sense. She was in great shape. The defendant told police that Anna was a sturdy Serbian woman. Listen carefully to his reported interviews, because those are his words after her death.
Joining us now, CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson. What do you make of this case? I mean, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, you know, Anderson, I have not seen a case where there's such compelling evidence against a person who is accused. I think the mystery for me is whether it's going to be first degree premeditated murder or second degree. What's the difference? The difference is the first degree murder, life without parole. You have to establish, if you're the prosecution, that it was premeditated. Second degree murder, you just simply have to establish intent. But they have all types of evidence. Google searches about concealing the body, when does a body start to smell, how to dispose of it, how to get knife, DNA off a knife.
I mean, his lawyers are saying, though, there's evidence, not proof.
Well, what ends up happening is that and when there's crimes, oftentimes there's not a whole lot of people around to see it. So you have to parse together and put together what's called circumstantial evidence. If I walk in here and I'm damp, right, and I have an umbrella and I'm shaking it off, as the judge instructed a jury, you could conclude it rained outside. And so what they're saying, that is the prosecution, is that not only was it raining, it was storming. It defies, when you heard that clip, logic and common sense. In the event that your wife died of sudden death, a normal person might call the police. A normal person might scream to the neighbors and try to get help. You're not going to cut them up, dispose of their body parts throughout the county, and then after you do that, lie to the police. I mean, it's, the evidence here, the surveillance they have, the cleaning up that he's trying to get, all these cleaning supplies. And so, the jury has the case. I think it's very compelling. And the mystery for me, is it going to be murder 1, premeditated, or murder 2?
I mean, should he have, are you surprised he did not testify in his own defense?
I am not. Even though the defense indicated that, hey, Brian Walshe will tell you that his wife died of sudden death. It's impossible, Anderson, for him to have testified. He lied so many times. How do you get out from under under the various lies. In addition, and you noted it, the jury does not know that he pled guilty to disposing of the wife. The jury does not know that he pled guilty to lying to police. But if he's on the witness stand, you could say, hey, by the way, you pled guilty to these things. How do you explain that in addition to the other lies? I just think that he would have come off as not credible, calm, cool, collected, and as a psychopath, because he was too cool in the interviews knowing he had killed his wife. So I think it was a good call.
I want to show some of the testimony about Walshe's internet search history. It's remarkable. How long before a body starts to smell? That was one of the items he searched for, allegedly. Dismemberment and the best ways to dispose of a body. Is it better to put crime scene clothes away or wash them? First of all, why would anyone put their crime scene clothes away?
Yeah, so those are troubling.
Yeah, so that's why men need wives. Okay? You need a wife to tell you, hey, babe, guess what we're not going to do? Wash those crime scene clothes and put them away. Brian, you fuck.
But I think here's the defense's argument. The defense is arguing that this happened after the fact. Premeditation is about planning. If it's about planning, why didn't he have all his ducks in a row? That's the argument they're presenting. They're saying he was a loving husband, a loving father. So was she. They had this great relationship. He was about to buy a Porsche, and he would not be a guy who did something like this. I just think ultimately, Anderson, the arguments being made defy common sense and logic. His actions were contrary to someone who was innocent or their wife died suddenly.
We'll see what the jury decides. Joey Jackson, thanks.
After 8 days of testimony, the jury in the Brian Walshe murder trial has begun deliberations, and we learned just moments ago that the jury has presented a question to the judge. Remember, the Massachusetts man is accused of killing his wife around New Year's Day in 2023, dismembering her body and illegally disposing of her remains. During closing arguments today, the defense told the panel of 6 women and 6 men that there is no proof that Walshe plotted to murder his wife. On the flip side, prosecutors argued that Walshe needed his wife dead to resolve his federal fraud case and that he knew she was carrying on with an affair.
Where'd you get those red
faces
cuffs?
Life in prison without parole if convicted on the first-degree murder charge. CNN's Gene Casares has been tracking the latest developments. So, Gene, what did the jury ask?
Well, this is their first question. They've been retired for about 3 hours now. We don't know if they deliberated that whole time because there was lunch and they have the option there. But the judge started out by saying that there are 265 exhibits in this case.
Wow.
And she normally sends in a list of what exhibits there are. She's actually still getting that together. But it's number 97 that they requested, Exhibit 97, which is a picture of Anna Walshe on the living room rug in their home. I think we have that picture. It went into evidence. It was to show that that rug was in their living room when Anna was alive. Actually, her children are around it, but they blocked out the children, but that is her. The fireplace is to the right. The television screen is to the left, sort of right there. And that's what they want. And that was part of the prosecution's closing argument. Now, closing arguments this morning started with the defense. And the defense was that there is nothing in the evidence to show that Brian Walshe ever wanted to harm his wife. There was no motive for murder. He did not know about her extramarital affair. No evidence to show that he did. There was evidence that he was not jealous from Anna herself. She had said she had a crush on William Fastow to her husband, and he wasn't jealous in the least. That there was no evidence he wanted the life insurance policies because they were building a future monetarily of buying more investment properties. And the defense is saying, without a motive, you don't have intent to commit murder, you don't have a murder, you have something else. Take a listen.
Sudden and unexpected death may occur because someone is ill. All we know is that it happens. And the fact that someone doesn't believe it could happen doesn't mean that it doesn't. Importantly, though, think about the shock of it happening. Think about the effect it would have on anyone. A layperson that has no idea it could happen.
Anna Walshe dying a sudden death from natural causes defies common sense. She was in great shape. The defendant told police that Anna was a...
Here's the thing. lovies, is that yes, death can happen suddenly. You can have an aneurysm. You could have a heart attack. There are many things congenitally that you could absolutely have happen to you as a young, sturdy Serbian woman who's like sturdy. I'm a sturdy bitch. She was a tiny bitch. She was only like 130 pounds, and a runner and all the things. But like when he says, how do you know how you would respond? Right? Tipton, listen, I think Larry did a great job. And I think he's a really good attorney. But here's the thing is that I don't think that no matter how one may respond, the answer is never dismember my wife, right? Like, oh my gosh, I was so surprised or I was devastated or I did all of these things. You know what you don't do is begin to dismember. You know, that's where you kind of, oh gosh, I'm really not following anymore.
Dirty Serbian woman. Listen carefully to his reported interviews, because those are his words after her death.
The prosecution does not have a murder scene, but what they focused in on in the closing arguments was the rug, that rug in the living room, because they said that when it was found in the trash and there were sections that they cut in the trash, they found a charm from a necklace that she loved and wore all the time. And that charm said Gucci on it. And they also found a blood clot in that rug. Gucci. So they're basing that is where the murder happened. And that is why the defendant tried to cover it up and put that rug in the trash.
Wow. There's also some important context that we need to share with viewers, which is that the jury doesn't know that Brian Walshe already pleaded guilty to inappropriately disposing of her body and also to misleading police regarding that. And if the jury doesn't know that, it makes the prosecution's job arguably harder. It is a fact, though, that the judge told the jury it could consider second-degree murder if they don't have first-degree murder. The distinguishing feature is that in first-degree murder, there needs to be some thought-out process as to why, some deliberation, some planning. What do you think the jury's going to take from that?
Well, I think deliberations could be longer, number one, because there are two things to consider now: premeditated murder, or causing the death with intent to kill, or knowing that your actions could cause death, as a reasonable person would decide. And so second degree, he can get out on parole in about 25 years if he's lucky. But count one, that is life in prison with no possibility of parole. And of course, the alternative is out and out acquittal, because the defense says there's so much reasonable doubt in all of this. You cannot say beyond a reasonable doubt he premeditated or intended to kill Anna, or did kill Anna.
That's it, loves. Shall we one more time on the way out? All right. Shake your asses. Happy Monday. Love your faces. Thank you for joining in the morning. Go forth and prosper, my lovies. But let's do the creed.
Scalpel so sharp when I step on the scene. Facts on deck, my cut so clean. Dear little sweet, baby Jesus, grab that spleen. I clock your vitals while you spill that tea. Truth got pulse, you flatlined on me. I scrub and clean while y'all talk cheap. I chart receipts, no gossip sheets. Next patient, please, I don't treat deceit. Clutch those pearls, bitch, breathe. This is Nurse Kim's creed. Facts stay raw, I don't plead. Mic in my hand like Ivy's feet. Born for pressure, that's the Boston way. I bleed no cap, truth in my veins. Runs facts all day. Talk your shit, but mind your speed. Cause clutch is part of the creed. Talk your shit, I sterilize scenes. Burn through lies like I'm autoclave steam. Mask on tight, can't breathe my air. Pressure so thick, it'll cold you there. Vitals jump when I walk in clean. Truth gets served while you spill that tea. Calm as a cut, no shakes, no plea. I make the facts bleed, pretty for free. Clutch those pearls, bitch, breathe. This is Nurse Kim's creed. Facts stay raw, I don't plead. Mic in my hand like Ivy's feet. Born for pressure, that's the Boston way. I bleed no cap, truth in my veins. Runs facts all day. Talk your shit, but mind your speed. Cause clutch is part of creed. You still with me, lovies?
Stay with me, lovies.
Don't chase clout, chase context.
Always.
Oh, dear sweet baby Jesus. Have Half these takes need triage. Read this chart back, word for word. Every line I spit is a fact confirmed. Perception versus projection, same disease. Only truth gets sanitized by me. Blues Clues, motherfuckers is Debbie. Clutch those pearls, bitch, breathe. This is Nurse Kim's creed.
Love you, lovies. Bye.
All right, great job on the news.
Thank you.
We will, Courtney and I will share what happened when we went to dinner last night, Sunday dinner, coming up. And as I